Hi, Wes Scott from Kane and Scott. Today we're going to talk about what should come first, my divorce or my Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Look, there's always a question about whether, if you're going to go through a divorce, should the bankruptcy come first or should the divorce come first? And I think, as a general rule, um, the bankruptcy should come first. And here's why. Look, when you're going into a divorce, you do not want to defraud your soon to be ex spouse. And if you go through a divorce knowing you're going to file bankruptcy in the end, then you're defrauding your spouse and you're not playing on a level field. If you have overwhelming debt and you need to file bankruptcy, I think the bankruptcy should come first. That way the spouse knows, look, this is what's going to happen. And this is, it's a fair thing to do. And I sometimes, not always, but sometimes if one spouse should file, the other should file. The other reason to do it before the divorce is that it clears up a big issue in the divorce, which is debt, right? What are we going to do with all this debt? And if bankruptcy is necessary, then it's one of the tools that we can use. But again, you don't want to go through a divorce only to find out that your ex-spouse is going to file bankruptcy anyway. And now, how is this going to impact me? And then dealing with it later. So I think, as a general rule, doing the Chapter 13 bankruptcy comes first. Sometimes we put one spouse in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. I've put both spouses in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. They proceed with the divorce. After the divorce, they proceed with the Chapter 13 bankruptcy and they split the payment. It's not the best way to do it, simply because unless you're getting along extraordinarily well, you don't want to be committed to having a joint payment when you're divorced, right? So it's better to put one spouse in a Chapter 13, the other spouse in a Chapter 13, or one spouse in a 7 and the other in a 13, or whatever you're going to do, when the time is right. When you are ready, reach out to Kane and Scott. You'll be so thankful you did. Have a good day.